Hey guys, it's Atharva over here and I'm back with another video. This time we're going to do a calculator program using basic functions. It's a pretty basic program, but you're going to understand how to define functions and how to call them. So let us start by taking inputs. The two inputs will be the numbers A and B. We are going to input them from the user. So we write int input, enter a number, and the same thing for B. Rather than typing it all out, I'll just copy paste it over here and just change the name to B. So A and B are the two numbers which we're going to use. Now we are also going to use an operator C. It will be a string, not an integer, sorry. C is equal to input, enter the operator. Operator basically means either plus, minus, multiply or divide. We are just going to use four functions for simplicity. So plus, minus, multiply or divide. Whenever the user will enter the operator, for example, A, if the user enters the numbers 2 and 3, and if the user enters the operator plus, then by default we will call the function add. And then 2 plus 3 is 5. The result will be 5. So this is how we are going to perform. And notice that I did not write int over here. Input function by default inputs strings, and this operator is a string at the end of the day. Plus, minus, all of these are strings. So yes, we inputted the numbers, we asked for the operator, and now we are going to define the functions. The reason I initialized all the variables above the functions is because all of these are going to be constant for the functions. So I'll write def add. This is how you define a function. The first, this keyword, def keyword, is basically used to define a function. Def add and then a comma b. Okay, this is the function, and we are just going to print addition of given numbers is, and then just a plus b. That's it. Just add the numbers. And now we are going to make the other functions. It's going to have the exact same process. Def mul. Okay, we'll just use sub first. Def subtraction sub a comma b. Again the same numbers. Print. Okay, I'll just copy paste this line and change the addition to subtraction. Subtraction sub of given numbers is a minus b. And I'll just copy paste this again. We need to understand that we can't write the same thing over and over again. We are programmers. So obviously we'll just copy and paste. Well, this is def mul for multiplication. So A into B, and then this is def div for division, which is A slash B, A upon B. And now that we've defined all these functions, I'll just write over here defining functions. I'll just write a comment defining the functions. Now that we've defined all of them, we are now going to call the functions. There are two things in Python. We need to define the function and we need to call the function. We have already defined the function using the def keyword, and now we are going to call them. So we need to call the functions whenever the user gives a certain operator. Now in the previous example, as I mentioned, if the user gives the operator C as plus, then the function add will be called. By calling the function, we are basically telling the function that go perform this task. So we'll write an if else statement over here. Hopefully you all are familiar with if else. If C is equal to plus. So what does this mean? This basically means that if user inputs plus, then just we need to just call the function. By calling, we just basically need to say its name. What is the name of the function? Add and then a comma b. That's it. The function is called. So I'll just write it in multiple if statements. If C is equal to minus, add sub, and it's the same thing. And I'll just copy paste it. Hope you guys are getting the link over here. The same thing for other functions. C is equal to multiplication and C is equal to division. And just changing the names of the functions. Add sub mul and div. C is equal to plus, add, if C is equal to minus, if C is equal to multiplication, and C is equal to division. Let's try running the program now. Hopefully we've all given correct info. Okay, let's run this now. Yeah, I just cleared up the above things. Okay, enter a number. So 6. Enter a number 8. Enter the operator. Let's do addition first. Addition of given numbers is 14. Let's run it again for other numbers. 3, 5, minus. Okay, subtraction minus 2. Cool. Enter number 5, 7, and multiplication 35. Very cool. And now for the final, let's just add 8, and let's just say an odd number 3. And the operator is division. Okay, it's coming in decimals. Pretty cool. 2.6. Yeah, yeah. So yes, this was basically the calculator program. It was pretty basic. We first defined the variables above the functions, then we defined the functions, and then this specific thing, calling the function, which is basically known as function call. We just called its name, that add a comma b, go perform your task. And when will it perform? It will perform when when the user will input the operator plus in it. Hopefully you guys have understood this one, and I'm going to make more videos from now on, so please stay updated. See you guys. Thank you.